This is a very interesting fight in the sense that there's very limited information that we have, but all the limited information that we have seems to point to Deron Williams winning this fight. Now, this is one of those quote unquote circus fights. I actually find them fascinating. A lot of people hate them, but I find it interesting where Deron Williams, who's a retired NBA player, is going to be fighting Frank Gore, I believe a retired NFL player. Yeah, I think he's still. I assume he's retired because he's 38 years old. So when I say that all the intangibles seem to point towards Deron Williams, number one, massive height advantage. So 6'3" versus 5'9". So we're looking at three 6'6" height advantage. I haven't looked at the reach. Another advantage is I've heard a lot of professional fighters that train with Deron Williams. Even I can't remember all of them from the top of my head, but I remember specifically Ryan Spann was talking about how Deron was actually, I think, piecing him up in the either in the grappling or in the striking, and then but then eventually he kind of had to put it on him on Deron. So I mean, Frank physically looks better, like he looks more very jacked. But if I'm not mistaken, Deron has been doing it for longer. I know Frank Gore has been talking about his nerves. The other part is that Frank may have more possible brain damage from being in the NFL as opposed to Deron, whose brain is probably fresh. Again, he's not taking as much as damage to the brain in basketball as it is in football. So based on those factors, it seems like it's I think it's worth grabbing Deron at minus 150. And I think I think it's one of those. It's one of those bets where, hey, I think it might end up not being that competitive. I think Deron could easily beat him. Again, this is not a high level fight. This is going to be kind of like two amateurs fighting. But a lot of times in amateurs, there's even a bigger difference because sometimes you see when two professionals, sometimes the fight ends up playing out closer than what the odds expect. But vice versa, a lot of times in amateurs, like someone gets their ass whooped. You know what I mean? So with all due respect to Frank Gore, I think Deron Williams takes this pretty handily based on the intangibles. Again, there's not that much information that we have, but based on the information that we do have, I think that Deron is pretty much I think he's definitely a great bet at minus 150.